Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Jessica. I do lifestyle and book content here and there, and I'm so glad you're here. Today we are doing a little end of the year TBR because we are halfway through November and I wanted to do a November TBR and a December TBR, but then I realized we are going through this year way too fast. So I thought I would just kind of sum up what I want to read for the rest of the year. And I only have a few books just because a lot of the other books that I have are series, and low-key don't feel like I want to start a series right now because I do want to be able to continue the series without having to feel like I want to read other standalone books and then I forget what happened in the first book and now I'm on the second, and then I read another book and then now I'm on the third, and then I kind of lose interest because I haven't been able to spend my time in that series. So I have a few standalone books here today, but first, this is another reason why I decided not to do any series, because I've started A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and I'm on the second book. But I haven't started, well, I did start, but I haven't finished it because I started reading A Twisted Love. And if you have been watching my vlogs, I have been reading this for a good month, which is kind of sad. Like, I used to be able to read like 5 books a month, and this has been the only one for quite some time. I really liked this book. I've kind of talked a little bit about it in my other vlogs, but I finally finished it, and I would probably give this book like a good 3 stars. It wasn't like, oh my goodness, I want to read it again type book, but I really enjoyed it. It kind of felt like a Coho book where it was easy chapters. It was just a light read that you can go through. I did skip some parts because there is some like spicier scenes in the book, but overall it was a good concept. It kept me on my toes, especially towards the end of the book, and I really liked it. So overall, this one is a good one. I would recommend it, but like I said, it's a series. There's 3 other books, but I don't have any of them, so we'll see if I actually read the other series. I think I might read the second one, but the other 2 I really don't know. So that's my thoughts on that one. So let's get into the actual TBR for the rest of the year. I do want to start off with this book because I did start it, but then I started reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and I haven't even finished that. But it is Small Favors by Erin Craig. And I had mentioned this in a video a long time ago. I did start it, but I'm like halfway through basically. It's a bigger book than I thought. Like, this looks like maybe 300 pages. No, it's like 400, almost 500 pages. And I was so shocked, but it was so good. Like, it just consumed me. I just felt like I needed to read a different book for a video, and so this one kind of just got put on the back burner. But I absolutely loved this. I love the theme. It reminded me of some like spooky movies, and it was just really good. I loved it so much that I bought her other book, which is House of Salt and Sorrow. This one kind of feels like a mystery type book. It's about a girl that lived a sheltered life with her sisters, but loneliness filled the halls now that the 4 sisters have lived, or now that the 4 of the sisters' lives have been cut short, each death more tragic than the last. Disturbed by a series of ghostly visions, she becomes increasingly suspicious that her sister's deaths were no accidents. And so and there's more on the back, but that drew me in, especially because I already love the author and her writing. The next book that I have been wanting to read so much, but I've just felt like I had to read other books, was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I absolutely loved her other books that she's written. So this is more of a YA book than her more young adult books that I've had, but I have heard nothing but good things about this one. I really don't know what it is other than it's kind of like a super cheesy rom-com type book, and so, you know, sometimes you just need a rom-com in your life. So I made sure to put this one on my end of the year TBR. Now the last book, this is gonna be the shortest video ever. So the last book that I have is a darker book that I have been wanting to read since like the start of my whole book journey, because I love a good dark book. Like, it could be about a young girl that grew up around drugs and then her sister goes missing. Or it could be about some dude and he has a big old secret and his wife finds out because he died and now she's snooping and her whole world falls down because of this one crazy secret and she doesn't know what to do with her life and all kinds of stuff. And I just like, I don't know why, but like I crave the fictional drama of tragedy. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like maybe in another life I was like a therapist or something, because I just want to help those people. But anyways, so another one of those books that was a weird tangent. So another dark book that I do want to finish this year is, and I don't really know too much about it, it was on the list of dark books that I wanted to read because I heard good things about it, even though it's dark, is My Dark Vanessa. Like I said, I don't know too much about this. I do know that there's a lot of trigger warnings, so definitely look into those before you decide to read this one. But I actually got this one, I think it was at Walmart for like $6, and when I saw that, I had to pick it up because usually it's like $14–15. So I decided I wanted to add this, and so this is another one. It is a hardback, which I'm not really used to, but I am fine with that. It's a little bit bigger than my other books, but regardless, I think it'll be a good book. It's also a shorter book than my usual other books. I think all the other books that I have on my TBR are like 400 pages or close to, and this one's like 300 something. So I'm super excited. Now, if I am super ambitious, I read all of those. The other two extra books that I want to read but are highly unlikely, but I wanted to add them just because I want to set a goal for myself and make sure I accomplish these things. So the other two books that I want to read, if you know, time lets me, is The Housemaid. This is where she is a housemaid and something goes downstairs and she sees it. I think it involves the husband, I think. And I don't really actually know. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is about, but I've heard good things. I have been not really liking a lot of thrillers lately. That's why not a lot of them are in my end of the year TBR, because I read a ton of them and they just weren't the vibe, and I felt like a lot of them kind of followed the same pattern and it just wasn't my thing. It put me in the biggest reading slump. Like when I said this book is the only one that I read for like ever, it's because of the thriller slump. Like it just really hurt me and I kind of gave up on thrillers. So I am trying again with this one, as well as Gone Girl, because this one is a classic, I feel like, and it has the movie adaptation, so I just feel like this one may be a really good one. I've also heard some people don't like it, so I'm really nervous for these two, because a lot of times it's just like you read for like 300 pages and then you finally get to it, and it's like the whole build up to that plot twist or to the crazy thing that happens or the scary thing that happens. Like, it's not worth it to me to read 5 hours and then finally get to the conclusion. So for me, those ones are like, if I have a ton of time and I've finished my whole TBR and all that jazz, then I will get to those. But yeah, that is my whole entire TBR for the rest of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little clip, and if you guys want to see more book content, let me know. I do want to try to put in more lifestyle content, but if you enjoy more book content, let me know. But yeah, I hope to see you guys somewhere else. Follow along on my daily vlogs or my weekly vlogs, and follow me on Instagram too. I am trying so hard to start that up because I used to be in love with Instagram and love to post and just be involved, but it kind of became like too much, so I stopped, but I'm getting back. So anyways, follow me on Instagram and I will see you guys somewhere else. Bye.